Razer's Viper mouse series has been a favorite for many gamers looking for that lightweight, ambidextrous gaming mouse, and now with Razer's most recent release of the Viper V2 Pro, it aims to make improvements on where some of its predecessors maybe fell short, which might be a hard sell now that the Viper Ultimate is only $68. Right out of the box in the hand, it almost feels exactly the same as the previous models like the Viper Ultimate, besides them making the choice to omit those side buttons on the right side, which yes, it's gonna isolate any left-handed users, but this is no doubt, of course, one of their ways for to cut off some of that extra weight. And in that search to cut weight and streamline the mouse itself, you're also gonna find no more rubber grips on the sides. Instead, you're just gonna get that same PBT keycap sort of plastic texturing feel overall. That really nice feel though, gives a nice grippy surface to hold on the mouse. Same as the new DeathAdder V3 Pro, they did the same thing, so still really nice and grippy. Also on the list of things that are no longer the mouse, there's gonna be no more RGB on that Razer logo, no more dongle storage on the bottom, or the ability to put it on a charging dock on the bottom of the mouse there. And with all these changes though, of course, they weren't all in vain. They were able to bring that weight of 74 grams from the Viper Ultimate now all the way down to 58 grams. So that's a drop of 16 grams weight, which is awesome. Can definitely be felt in hand. So lighter than now the G Pro Superlight even, and the DeathAdder V3 Pro by about 5 grams. Even with that reduced weight though, still feels super solid in hand, even putting pressure on it. And after using it for a couple weeks now, still have no issues with it. The panels and everything feels really solid. And they're able to achieve that lighter weight also without having to put any or punch any holes in the mouse itself, so no honeycomb pattern on there, which for me, I really like that. I never liked the feeling of holding onto that honeycomb pattern. Though they opted to change the shape of the DeathAdder with its most recent update, the Viper still has the exact same shape that we're all used to. So if you've used a Viper in the past, you're gonna get that same exact thing that you expect, the same ambi mouse. It's gonna be great for things like claw and fingertip grip. Not the best for a palm grip unless you have a smaller hand already, but besides that, it's the exact same shape that we all know and love. On the front of the mouse, you'll find a USB-C port, which is great to now have included on these Razer mice. And it doesn't only fit Razer's cable. If you have other USB-C cables, it also is wide enough to allow for some different sizes. And when you aren't charging it though, of course, that's the only time you actually have to use it with the wire. You also have the option of using it wirelessly with that 2.4 gigahertz wireless connection with the dongle, and it boasts all the way up to even a 70-hour lifespan on that battery life, so really nice. For box contents, besides getting the mouse itself, you're also gonna get that USB-C to USB-A charging cable, that dongle for that wireless pairing, some mouse grips, the dongle adapter, and then finally an instruction pamphlet. You also do have the option, same with the DeathAdder, to add on the Razer's hyper-pulling wireless dongle adapter, which allows you to take that normal 1000 hertz pulling rate, which it's gonna be at without it, all the way up to 4K. So if you want, that option is available. You can buy it when you kick it up. It's gonna be about $30 more though, so it does add on some extra costs there, but it's gonna give you some of the fastest wireless performance on the market that a mouse can offer. On the bottom of the mouse, you're gonna get one bigger wraparound PTFE skate, then two smaller ones towards the front, and then that one ring around the sensor. So far for me, really provided very consistent glide. That's given me no issues. They are gonna be using that same sensor on the bottom as well that's found in the DeathAdder V3 Pro, and it's called their Focus Pro 30K optical sensor, which as to be expected with basically every mouse nowadays. It's been really spot on for me. No issues in there, no spin outs, no faultiness. The button found on the bottom of the mouse is both gonna double as your DPI adjustment and for your power. To turn it on or off, you just have to hold it down for around 3 seconds. Either gonna turn it on or off. And then once the mouse is actually on, you can just tap that button to cycle between the different DPI stages, which are signified by different colors that you can cycle through, and those colors and the DPI itself can all be adjusted in Razer's Synapse software if you want to customize it in there. For switches, it is using Razer's Gen 3 opticals, which according to Razer are just supposed to be a little bit more tactile while also offering that longer life cycle of up down to 90 million clicks. And yes, I can definitely not speak to that life cycle because I can't sat there and counted the clicks up to 90 million, of course, but they are very nice, snappy response for an optical switch mouse while also requiring minimal effort to click. There is definitely some pre and post travel present in there, but it's very little and hasn't given me any issues. The scroll wheel is definitely not my favorite on the Viper. It's pretty easy to scroll. It's a little bit noisy too, kind of having a rattly or clicky sound, specifically when scrolling up, I found. And actually clicking in though, it's not that bad to do that, not too hard to press, and does have a pretty nice tactile response. As far as the side buttons go, we have a very welcome change now. They're actually protruding out of the mouse, not completely flush like it was with the Viper Ultimate, so a lot easier to feel them and access them when you're actually gaming and using it versus the previous Viper models. The Razer Viper V2 Pro can be bought for $150, so the same as the DeathAdder V3 Pro. And though, yes, $150, it's very expensive. Basically, all flagship wireless gaming mice nowadays are sitting in that price range, so nothing out of the ordinary. And one of the biggest things to consider now is whether that price is really gonna be worth it over the Viper Ultimate for you, because now the Viper Ultimate's a crazy $68 on Amazon, which for me, that's crazy, because I just remember always being up in the hundreds, close to $150. But you definitely do get some worthy upgrades with the V2 Pro that might be hard to pass up on. One of the main ones is going to be that drop in weight down to 58 grams. The ability to use it with that 4K pulling rate in combination with the dongle adapter if that's something you want for wireless capabilities. But you do lose the ability to use it as a left-handed player, so that cuts it out for you if that's fits your situation. And then also the functionality of having things like dongle storage, the ability to use it with a charging dock. Those are also missing on the V2 Pro, but not deal breakers necessarily. But if you're just looking for a streamlined gaming mouse that's going to be a beast of one, that's light in hand, offers some killer performance, the V2 Pro definitely delivers. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the V2 Pro in the comments down below. Definitely hit the subscribe button if you are enjoying the content, and the like button if you did like this video. If you want to check out some other mouse reviews, take a look at the ones on the screen.